What's up, y'all? So, I got some very interesting content for y'all today, man. I stumbled upon this particular creator here on TikTok by the name of SK Fit 100. You know what I'm saying? There it is right there if you want to go check out his whole page, man. He tells some pretty interesting stories as a limo driver and what he's witnessed when these chicks book him to drive him around this, that, and the other for bachelorette parties and stuff. And he discusses in this particular video and several others the difference between when like dudes book, with them and then or when chicks do the same thing. So with that being said, let's get in this video. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe.
Catchers aren't even doing all of that. The guys will just have a golf outing, go to a UFC fight, grab a couple drinks, and call it a night. Not these bachelorettes. They gotta hit every hot spot, twerking it up with their ring lights and selfie sticks a week before the wedding, jumping on a bunch of dicks. Let's have one last hoorah. And these guys are out here marrying them and having kids with them and become flabbergasted when she turns off like a light switch. I never saw it coming. She's weaponizing the kids against him. He's paying alimony, child support, a mortgage for a house that's not even his. And honestly, I blame the guys. I don't know how they keep falling for the bait. She knows all she has to do is sprinkle a little bit of pussy dust on you and you just seize up. She doesn't even have to give you the cat. She could just show you half a camel toe and you just fold. Here's my wallet. Women have proven themselves for the past century to be parasitic, and all you men are the hosts. If you plan on getting married in 2025, just cancel the wedding.
Man, he dropped a few bombs right there. He dropped a few bombs right there. And in a way, I wouldn't think he's making any of this shit up, to be honest with you, because like guys like him who come up here and tell stories that drive like limos and things like that, and what they see at these bachelorette parties. And from what I heard about bachelorette parties, women get significantly wilder than men could ever imagine. This is before they're getting married. And there's this whole stigma of men being immature and all this other crap, like during bachelor parties, and it's gross, this, that, and the third. Please, please. Let's look at some of these comments. This guy says, bro, talking the truth. Divorced after 22 years, lost 1.5 damn. He lost $1.5 million. Good grief, y'all. Let's see. Young man, you have been warned. Before you put a ring on the finger, you should talk to a divorced attorney. Think about going into business with someone. And if the business does not work, you have to pay your business partner for the rest of their life. Yep, it can be like that. This person says, amen, marriage is literally cuckoldry since the average country where women have the right to vote as has a population of 30 to 40 people assuming that they know who their biological fathers are but have been lied to by their mothers. That's true. In fact, the problem is so bad in France that the government just made DNA tests for fathers to confirm paternity of children illegal. I think I remember, you know what? I think I remember hearing about that some years ago because it will cause too many divorces and disrupt the economy. That is some foul shit right there, man. I feel bad for a lot of you dudes out there in France, man. Y'all better get the hell out of there and don't have kids there. Absolutely not. That law is designed to fuck men over, if I can just really call it. This person says, always have a prenup in place. People change over the years. What makes you think getting married will not let that happen? I've never and have never I've never been and never will be married to these modern enemies. Holy smokes. If your girlfriend goes to Vegas for a bachelorette party, then let her go. Then cancel the wedding when she gets back. But parasitic and host is diabolical. They're telling the truth. This is more common than what a lot of people would like to admit, because God forbid if a law changes here in the United States federally to where they're more in favor of the man, these chicks would lose their brains, lose every what's ever left of their brain, But let's go on to the next clip.
Let's all go from simping to pimping. These chicks are killing us online, putting up triple doubles every single post, all at the fault of the weak man in today's day and age. If you guys just stopped liking random pictures, sending random comments and random DMs, these women would literally suffocate like they had no oxygen. The roles should be reversed. We should be the one putting up these numbers and generating income off of social media, not these chicks. It's the man's fault for putting all of his energy into a woman that gives him nothing back in return instead of shifting it inward and putting it in towards himself. We as men hold all the cards, but we're just throwing the shit away. We need to come together as a union and make a shift, make a change. Let's.
I agree. I agree. Now I talked about this. I talked about this on my TikTok page a while back, right? About how it was a TikTok video I made about Bonnie Blue and how weak men are the reason Bonnie chicks like Bonnie Blue are able to thrive and exist and make hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars off of just being a whore. You know what I'm saying? It's because of weak men. Weak men will always be the ones enabling chicks like Bonnie Blue and as well as others, you know what I'm saying, to do what they do. Especially and when it comes to getting married and relationships, a lot of weak men who don't understand how cutthroat women can be, especially if you're a man with a lot of resources and a lot of money. Like you're it's like a shark when it smells blood in the water. They can't help themselves. They got to figure out a way to get some of that for themselves. If it means pretending to be so madly in love with you that you're stupid enough to marry her, and then she takes half of everything, because the law allows her to do that. So I understand exactly what he's saying here, and a lot of guys. I think a lot of guys, more men are waking up now in comparison to like maybe 5, 10 years ago, in my opinion, about these types of things. Because thanks to content like this, that's more people are, or excuse me, more men are being aware of what's really going on out here when it comes to this whole game of relationships and mating and things like that. Let's go on to the next clip.
I just chauffeured Simp Charming and Princess Disney. I pull up to this big mansion waterfront property. The woman walks out. She's a solid 4 out of 10. He books her a limo just to drop her off at the airport and come back home. They were supposed to do a cruise together, but he had to cancel because of work. And he's back there talking reckless. Babe, you know I'd quit my job for you, right? Sprawled out, cuddling like a fucking 2-year-old in the back, asking her reckless questions. Babe, are you sure no one else is gonna propose to you on this cruise? You're gonna wait for me, right? I drop her off at the airport. He walks her in, comes back to the limo. Not even 5 minutes go by and he's calling her. Babe, I booked you a window seat. And I paid for the middle seat too. That way no one can sit next to you. Are you at your right gate? He hangs up the phone. Another 10 minutes go by. He calls her again. Babe, are you ready to FaceTime me now and show me around the place? So it's clear as day this guy is dealing with some insecurities, low self-worth, low confidence, regardless of his net worth. And the reality is, women lose respect for men like this real fast. You don't want to be like this guy that rides in the back of the limo. You want to be a man of yourself. I just chauffeured Simp Charming.
Man, nothing worse than being a dude with a lot of money and a lot of resources and low self-esteem. Because my goodness, this was difficult to listen to because that having all that money and having all that status and all that stuff, and you still have low self-esteem and you're still treating that woman like a celebrity, it's not going to make you a better man. It is not going to make you a better man. And my goodness, dude he said after 5 minutes, he's already FaceTiming her, telling her he booked her a flight. And then you wonder why these chicks get on these podcasts, like sounding with these enlarged egos. It's because you got these weak guys with a lot of bread. They just don't know how to put their foot down and tell them, like, just simply start saying no to them. It's crazy. Let's look at some of these comments though. Oh man, if he could only see it coming, what the hell? I guess this is a troll. I want a man like that. Please. Fools like that are ruining the game. This dude says stuff exactly like Vin Diesel would say. It sounds exactly like him too. That's a good one. Bro, I gotta say, you are original. You've got talent, great monologues, very unique tone of voice, and the writing is spot on. Keep it up. Once you're in a relationship and the man continues chasing her, it's as good as over. It must have been sickening to watch, and he had money. If I were to see that in real time, right in front of my face, I would be ready to throw the fuck up. I would be ready to lose everything I ate earlier that day. Because I'd be like, I would have to pull bro to the side, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, really, real shit. What the fuck are you doing, man? A lot of confident men can't believe there's men out here like this, but there most definitely is. Yeah, they do exist. It's more common than you would know. If he was playing online to have a week of fun with real women, and she's expecting big money, hope. Jesus Christ, man, it is absolutely insane. A man with low confidence, low self esteem, with money, that is the recipe for destruction. Like, without a shadow of a doubt. Let's go to one more video.
Worst trip ever. I chauffeured a group of 10 bachelorettes, and I'm hearing flagrant conversations, and I'm exposing everything. One of the married ones. Yeah, you know, on nights like this, I usually just move my ring from my ring finger to my pointer finger. Another newlywed. Yeah, you know, he's 58, tons of money. But I gotta have that kid. I need to secure my fucking bag, sis. So the kid is nothing but an insurance policy while she's passing her phone around bragging about her new tennis coach. You know, he's so ripped and so fit. I think he's like 27. I saw pictures of him too. That motherfucker looked like he had agility. You know, he's in there doing slides, side split squats, and oblique twists, all in that shit. Another one, IG model, dating an MLB baseball player. She goes, yeah, he's so sweet. He's always there. He does everything for me. He wants commitment, but I don't want nothing serious. When I go on these photo shoots and events, it's hard to control myself around all these male influencers. And then another one, single. It would be so nice to have a boyfriend, security, comfort, and her demon girlfriends are going, oh my God, no, sis, it's summertime. Have your fun in the summer and settle down in the fall. Imagine being that poor guy she matches with come September, November on Hinge, that she just had her guts decimated by 35 dudes, and he's probably sending flowers to her job and shit. Oh wait, she doesn't even work because the apartment's already paid for by the other guy she's talking to. These chicks are more savage, cutthroat, colder than all you men out here combined.
And there you have it. And there you have it. A lot of these bras don't like y'all dudes, man. Especially y'all that got a lot of bread. They're only with y'all because y'all got a lot of bread. Like, and then you're stupid enough to marry these broads, and then they'll go bang the pool boy, bang the personal trainers, the tennis coaches. It's like, wow, man. And a lot of you guys cannot peep what's really going on. It's like, okay, you're better. You were better off. You would be better off just renting that chick versus like marrying her, trying to make a real woman out of her. Like, no. Especially if all of her friends are still single, they're gonna want her to do single shit with them they're not gonna want her to just be out here, married, and then they're out there having fun, and then she can't do anything because she's married. They're not now. They're gonna get in her ear. They're gonna get real deep in her ear and convince her to cheat on her husband. And chances are she'll fucking do it if she runs into a guy that's good looking enough. So yeah, hey, this creator's name is SK Fit 100. Make sure y'all go check him out. Tell him I sent you. I will leave a link to his TikTok page in my description down below, so you can check out more of his videos. He tells a lot of interesting stories, and I wanted to share this with you guys and get my thoughts on a few of them. With that being said, I will get the hell up out of here, and hit the link in my description to support my channel. Also to follow me on other social media platforms. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next one.